wow, it's happening. Al Jazeera just reported that the Hamas terrorists have handed over an Israeli hostage body to the Red Cross in Gaza City, and that leaves only 2 left. Can you believe this? No formal reports, no confirmation yet, but it could be that there's only 2 hostages, bodies left. And so we are ready, though, to say, look, enough's enough with this. This can't be a reoccurring thing ever. Not with my son as a soldier or daughter or anyone. No one's kids have to deal with this. There needs to be a new future for Gaza. So our head of the IDF says, be ready, military. Be ready to retake the Hamas-controlled Gaza if needs be. If the political peace doesn't happen, there will have to be a military peace, which will happen. And so the military reporter, he says that Hamas is stockpiling weapons around the world. And there's arrest of 50 Hamas affiliates in all over, like in Judea and Samaria, in for suspected Islamic State members like ISIS in different places, and also in East Jerusalem. Everywhere that they want to be a Palestinian state is like right now having these caches of weapons. What's going on? It seems like Israel and the United States have just split over how to handle the trapped, is it 200 or 150? I don't know exactly how many terrorists are trapped with blood on their hands, murderers, and they're in this tunnel and they got cut off from the rest of the network of tunnels. I don't know why it's such a hard question, but they don't want to surrender. So it's either, disarm, surrender, or else. Or else is what they're choosing. And there's an official statement also by Hamas that's rejecting the American proposal in the UN to have a stabilization force, to have a pathway to Palestinian statehood, to have all this stuff. They rejected 5 different offers, the Palestinians, 5 different offers of statehood throughout the history. And now they're saying they officially reject the American proposal to have a stabilization force come down. They said no foreign soldiers will be in Gaza at all. What does all this mean? I don't know. I do not know. I know that in the West, in New York, you have the new mayor, Zoran Mamdani, stated in this interview with ABC News that he would arrest our prime minister, for really the freedoms we all enjoy around the world in the Western countries, or else, terrorism wins. But he's like, hey, if he comes to the UN General Assembly in New York City next year, he'll be arrested. I'd love to know what you guys think about this in the comments. It's quite a roller coaster we've all been on, right? Now, did you notice the diary of one of the Hamas commanders, Khalid Abu Akram? In his own words, he says, they will exploit civilian and UN infrastructure, like mosques, like schools, like kindergartens. He wrote, schools will be used as ambush sites. He wrote this. Okay, Akram wrote this. And after the tunnels were bombed in Beit Hanun, he says, we're going to set up new ambush points in the Al Naim school. Okay, guess what? I was inside Beit Hanun. I was inside that area. I saw this. I discovered a tunnel myself there. So I'm not reading this off of YouTube, okay? I was there. They said we're going to loot United Nations Refugee Watch agency. We're going to loot that. We're going to take batteries. They did. In his diary, you see all this, that they looted, the misused the UN. Well, that's not new news, but it's clearly written out in black and white, okay? And we just have to keep on doing that. We just destroyed the tunnel system. We just got to keep on destroying their stockpiles of weapons. And yeah, so a lot that's going on. Saudi Arabian Crown Prince is about to come to the United States, Mohammed bin Salman, and that's exciting. So I don't know what's all going to happen. Will they normalize with Israel? They want, of course, access to AI technology. They want the high-end chips to run cars and heavy machinery. They want to expand the $600 billion Saudi investment plan. In part of that, might be Israel involved. I don't know. But Riyadh still says they want a normalization of a Palestinian statehood. Where? How? With who running it? I mean, someone's got to ask the hard questions. Who? What I do know is that with God, we're going to do valiantly. Psalm 60, it is He who will trample down our enemies. It's the Aliyah Return Center charity. Here in the North, we're able to help provide not only food, clothing, shelter, basic needs, but really, there are so many that are struggling even emotionally. Will you help us help them and bless Israel today?
We love Israel! And guys, if you can contribute to Chaim's nonprofit organization to help Jewish new immigrants establish roots in the land of Israel, please go to www.aliyahreturncenter.com and make your contribution. God bless you, and God bless Israel.